If you've been watching the popular show Bluey on Disney, I got some news for you. You've been missing a lot. So basically, Disney bought the rights to stream Bluey on their own services and felt that some scenes were inappropriate for a child audience. So let's see what all the ruckus is about. From the episode titled The Markets, Bluey runs into a pony. The pony poops on the ground.
You're so beautiful.
Disney decided that this was too graphic and removed the entire clip. Yes, mate, the entire clip is gone. I want everyone to imagine for a second. You're watching a cartoon and all of a sudden it cuts abruptly with no context and it doesn't make any sense. The scenes make zero sense. Does Disney realize that by removing this scene, it makes the episode become Excuse my French, but also excuse that pun. When you constantly cut clips up, we're barely left with an episode. Seriously, I went to Disney Plus and a big chunk of animation was wasted. Also, can someone explain to me what the moral lesson is supposed to be? That animals don't poop? What the heck? Hey, if you want to hear me curse without these annoying censors, remember that you can go over to Patreon and hear this full uncensored clip. Now back to the deleted scenes. Look, if you're gonna remove a scene, actually make it make sense. Now personally, I wouldn't animate a large turd either in my animations. I would remove it. But if I knowingly purchased the rights to an already existing cartoon from Australia, why would I then go back and remove things that I don't like? You already bought the cartoon, Disney. Stop! This cartoon is not just for babies. In fact, let me prove it right now. If you are a college student, young adult, or parent, leave a comment down below saying that you are. Just go and check in, because we need to prove to Disney tonight that we watch the show as well. For crying out loud, in my last video, I pointed out that there was a grown man watching Bluey mid-flight, and that's okay. It shows that the audience is not just some baby down the street. It's every demographic you could possibly think of.
Look, I'm keen to get it done, but Chili, she wants to keep her options open, but I don't know. Do we want any more of these things running around? Hey!
The father on the show, Bandit, is alluding that he wants to get a vasectomy, but his wife Chili is not so fond of that idea. They censored him to say something completely different, talking about dog teeth. I don't even know, I don't care.
Yeah, I know, I probably should get it done. But I love my dog teeth. I don't know. What if one day I just want to bite someone?
This is dumb. First of all, what 9-year-old, 10-year-old that Disney thinks is watching this would even understand that joke in the first place? You might as well have just left it in, and when they grow up, they would have looked back and said, oh, wow, I didn't notice that. Does Disney realize that adults love the original show because of its brilliant approach at handling grown-up situations? If you censor literally everything that only adults would understand, you isolate and cut your fan base in half.
How does the baby get in the lady's belly?
Okay, this original scene genuinely made me burst out laughing, but the second scene, I had no reaction because, well, they removed the first clip. Another chunk of animation wasted. Imagine if Disney censored the beloved film Spirited Away when they acquired the rights on April 13th, 2002. If they removed key moments just to be family friendly, it would cause an uproar and actually ruin the film. Just like Bluey, Spirited Away was from another country, not Australia, but Japan. Anyways, circling back to the cartoon Bluey, news outlets and the entire world have put a specific scene under hot fire for debate and criticism. Bandit voices his concerns and dismay with his belly.
Bluey!
Why did you say, oh man?
I just need to do some exercise.
Tell me about it.
Why don't you just do some exercise?
Same old reason, Bluey. You kids and work.
Fat shaming, seriously.
He's gained a considerable amount of weight on his stomach. He holds his tummy. Oh my gosh, that's so far. That's too far.
So what if kids watched that and thought I need to do more exercise? Are you telling me that's a bad thing?
Some people are stupidly saying that this cartoon crossed the line and this shouldn't be allowed. But again, I think they're reaching. I'm still waiting for the punchline. I'm still waiting to be offended. What's wrong with the scene? Look, I believe that everyone should try to be comfortable in their own body. And I don't think people should make fun of people who are skinny or fat.
some people complained it's fat shaming. Other people were thrilled it was promoting exercise. It was neither of those. Stop reading everything as political.
But I seriously don't think this was the message that the creators and writers were trying to portray. Even the news guy loses his mind. Yeah, you go, dude. Tell him. Seriously, if they gave SpongeBob SquarePants backlash for how huge Patrick Star got, maybe they'd have an argument, because the dude does love Krabby Patties. But even then, it would be absurd to remove and censor SpongeBob to this extreme. Now that I really sat down and analyzed this, there's a lot of similarities between SpongeBob and Bluey. I actually think that Bluey has gotten so popular now that it's getting the same treatment that SpongeBob got in his prime. What do I mean? Back in the day, news outlets, news anchors, they would try to portray SpongeBob as this crazy bad show that's rotting the minds of children.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Well, it turns out a new study by child psychologists suggests that cheerful, can-do little sponge could threaten your child's development.
But when I watch Bluey, it just looks like ordinary family affairs. These cartoons are innocent. Oh, and what's so wrong with exercise, mate? But anyways, let's move on to the most insane censorship of all time. If you thought that Disney was being harsh by removing 5 seconds, then it's about to get a whole lot worse. From the episode titled Dad Baby, which now some of you can't even watch this because, well, you'll see soon. This episode deals with the dad pretending to be pregnant and just messing around with his kids in a harmless way. But let me ask you this. How many seconds of animation do you think they deleted here? 1, 3, 5 seconds? No, they removed the entire episode. As of 2023, Disney buried this in the darkest pits of hell. It hasn't even aired once, and the availability is gone. And when you ask them for a statement on why it's mysteriously gone, they're just kind of gonna roll their eyes at you and look at us like we're crazy. Now, I have to admit, out of all the entries on this list, the birth episode from the dad probably has the most reason for some kind of edit, but even then, I don't agree that the entire episode should be canned. Disney, instead of censoring and ruining the show, please go work on another animated film or something. Where's Moana 2? Where's Encanto 2? I love Encanto. There's a million better things Disney could be doing other than clicking on their mouse, editing out entire clips and episodes. Like, come on, stop editing out these funny scenes. Hey, really quick, if you become a member of this channel, you get an amazing ice cream icon right next to your name. All you gotta do to join is click that button for a tiny payment of $1.99 a month. There is something that you're feeling right now, piercing your heart, motivating your soul to pledge $1.99 to help me continue to provide content defending these shows. Someone needs to defend these shows. I don't see people defend. I need to help defend this show, man. So, anyways, I am tired of this cartoon being censored. Bluey deserves more.
Roses are red and violets are blue. You're a disgrace to the Sega crew. You are not part of the group. So water down, I'll slurp you like soup.